On this week's episode of Gaming Buzzed, our top 3 lockdown playlists. And here are your hosts, Bill and Reese. Hey there, guys, and welcome to Gaming Buzz, where we actually didn't die of COVID. We're still alive, guys. We're still here.
Oh, that's what this is.
This is not hell, Bill. You're not trapped in a state of purgatory.
Well, she's not playing Dark Souls, so I must not.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the show. This is our quarantine special episode. It's been a long time. Bill, I've missed you. How have you been?
I missed you too. I'm surviving. Being essential sucks.
Yeah. Hey, at least you have a job.
So a lot of people tell me, but it's weird because I took a week off and it was nice to not be out in the world and just see like how crazy people are about shit. And I don't know. Like I know the rest of you just are tired of playing video games at this point, but
I have not gotten tired of playing video games, and I've actually had some time to play video games since I've not been working. But this is crazy. This is the first time I've gotten a chance to see Bill's face in over 2 months, and the worst part about it is that the Skype camera is not working properly, so Bill can't even see my face. He doesn't even see me right now.
no.
I promise you I am here. I am not just an ethereal voice talking from the clouds. I'm actually present in my office inside of my house.
You're not just wearing 90s sunglasses and giving the finger?
No, I am not. I promise you. You can go back and watch the video once we upload it, and you can see that I'm actually here. I'm wearing.
I like how this is gonna be all a mystery for me.
My complaint. Yeah, it's gonna be like something like it's gonna be like actors that like make movies and like they go see the movie that they're in. You're like, I don't even remember this.
I feel like I'm pulling an Ian McKellen with The Hobbit right now, and I'm not talking to anybody.
Exactly. Yeah, like I'm just a CGI dude in a suit. But of course, first and foremost, we are always drinking something because it's Gaming Buzz and we're functional alcoholics. So, William, my good man, what are you drinking right now?
Well, I'm going with the craft pack. Right now I have the Julius Ector Hefe. That's good. I thought I had another one somewhere. I was very wrong. So at some point I'll probably have to step off camera and grab another beer.
Yeah, I actually thought about that. I probably should have backed up more beer for me so I don't have to go do that. But it's okay. I can cut it all out in post. Don't worry. I'm not going to cut it out in post.
No,
He
never does.
I'm not going to do it. I'm drinking.
I can smoke on the show now.
Yeah, you can smoke. I can't, and it's highly upsetting to me.
Oh, that didn't happen. Go away.
I'm drinking a Founders All Day IPA, guys, right now. I have an awesome beer backed up after I finish this one. It is a beer by none other than Broken Goblet, the guys that I work for that I love. It's the pear version of the This Is the Way IPA. We're calling it This Is the Way Season 2 because like we're preparing for Season 2 of Mandalorian, which there's no better way but then to segue into the news and talk about the Mandalorian. See, I still got it all these months off.
You do. That was a pretty good segue.
So let's jump right into the news. And first off and foremost, there's some cool news that just came out for Mandalorian. So they are going to be bringing Boba Fett into season 2 of Mandalorian. So as goes reports from Hollywood Reporter, and it will be played by none other than the actor that played Jango Fett in Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones. Don't remember his name.
I do, because I'm weird with this. Tamora Morrison, which also I feel like he's too big for Boba Fett, but that's just me.
He was kind of big. I mean, I don't know how big of a role they're going to bring it, but like, so Mandalorian's going to be canon, so it's on Disney Plus. So that means it is officially now canon in the Disney Star Wars universe that Boba Fett survived falling into the Sarlacc pit.
I didn't even put those pieces together.
I mean, and they said that before, there's been, not even said that before, there's been comics and books where Boba made it out of the Sarlacc pit, and then I know there was a big weird division where a lot of the stuff that was canon was no longer canon, And now, for a fact, we know that Boba Fett will be back, and Boba Fett, therefore, has survived, unless there's some weird flashback shit, and then if that's the case, then I'm completely wrong. Which is highly possible.
Yeah, that's also very high. Well, I mean, we also thought Nick Nolte wasn't going to be that big of a character, but he was... I know it wasn't actually, his name wasn't Nick Nolte, but the little guy with the
Yeah. I have spoken, dude. I don't remember what his fucking name was either. It's okay. I'm a horrible nerd. But that is some cool news that we got that Boba Fett is going to be in, and then also on top of news that they announced a couple weeks ago that Rosario Dawson got casted to play Ahsoka Tano in season 2 of Mandalorian, which means Ahsoka's still alive. Which we'll talk more about the Clone Wars a little bit later when we get into our top 3 list. We're going to keep the ball rolling. We always do with our top 3 list. We're going to do our top 3 games that we play, top 3 shows that we've been watching, and I may or may not be talking about Clone Wars at some point.
Well, I think me and you also have a thing to talk about. We have a chronological list to talk about that I've finished and you haven't.
Oh, no, yeah, so that's definitely going to be probably number 1 on my top 3 things that I've been watching during quarantine. And if anyone doesn't know or has not been following, it's us talking about the MCU. We've been watching it in chronological order, but we'll get into that later. We'll get into later. Save that for the meat of the show.
See, I still rush us all these months, and I still rush us. You can do your opening line, and I'm gonna still rush us.
No, man, this is how it goes. It feels so natural. I feel like I'm back in my mom's basement and the Gaming Buzz studio, and the only difference is there's no mold. Like, there's no.
Yeah. We don't have Justin sitting there playing, against German kids
on mobile PUBG.
Saying how he's the boss by beating the computer in Super Smash Brothers.
We don't have to worry about a dog, the studio dog, running in and interrupting a recording or anything of that nature.
Jurassic Park happening upstairs when those dogs are upstairs.
Well, yeah, so we got that going on with Mandalorian. Some other cool video game news, actually, I'll jump right into, is there's some awesome games that are coming out, and some news about games, and some trailers that are released. To keep it on the Star Wars tip, first and foremost, we just saw an article release that Jedi Fallen Order is going to be the beginning of a franchise. So that's not just a one-off game. There's going to be some sequels coming out to that. How do you feel? Now, have you played Jedi Fallen Order? I guess is the first question.
Yes, and I beat it. I also felt like it was very short.
It wasn't the longest game. I enjoyed it very much, though. I beat it. It took me a while, but I finally put the time in and got through the game.
But I also did just see they released some DLC, because we did just pass May 4th. I didn't even see what the DLC was, but I don't think it was much, I believe.
I didn't even realize that they had DLC for it, which is great, because then I can jump back in it if I re-download the game, because I deleted it to make space for other games to download.
I think the last big deal I saw was that there was the orange lightsaber now, which I feel like the last time I saw you was something we talked about.
Yes, so I did get those. I got the orange lightsabers. There was a couple other skins and stuff that they added. I got those. I went purple anyway. I think
I went with the white saber.
Rock out Mace Windu style with the purple lightsaber. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a very challenging gameplay. The story was good. The voice acting was solid. I definitely look forward to more.
But I still hear you.
I know that I know there was a thing with Lucas Games was coming back and taking the reins away from EA, so I'm curious to see how that will work. But EA knocked it out of the park with this one. I mean, it was done by Respawn Entertainment, the guys that did Titanfall. So they developed the game, but EA for once kept their dirty, greedy little fingers away from the game and let the studio actually make a good game.
For now.
The next game is going to have Battle Royale, and it's going to be pay to play with loot boxes and all of the shit that we hate.
That is the one thing I'm happy about. I thought that... Okay, I did kind of like all the different skins, because it kept redoing the ship, but that was just me. But now, as its own franchise now, it's possible there's going to have to be the sequel.
Yeah, I mean, it left it open for there to be more. It's going to be interesting, like, well, one thing, I mean, spoiler alert, I thought before the game was going to end, I thought we were going to be introduced to more sisters, because you literally only fight the 9th sister and the 7th sister, I believe.
Yes.
I know the 9th sister is the final boss, and then the other one, I think, is the 7th sister. So, when I remember when they first got introduced in the beginning of the game, I thought that meant, like, oh, I'm going to have to fight the 1st sister, the 2nd sister, the 3rd. Like, I thought we were going to go through the whole thing, and we didn't. You only fought 2 of them, and you already know there's 9 at least. So, if there's already 9, then where are the other 7 fucking sisters? So,
I didn't think about that. So, wait, did you... I don't want to actually do the real spoiler. Do you know who the surprise guest is at the end?
What, Vader?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I know. Dude, I don't want this whole episode to turn into a Fallen Order episode, but that was so fucking badass. Like, literally, like, I was running through, and, like, Vader rolled through, and so when you, like, play a video game that takes place in a universe that's already created, and they bring in other characters, you're like, oh, this is interesting. So when Vader popped up, I'm like, fuck, that's Darth Vader. He definitely doesn't die now, so that must mean Vader's gonna kill me. Like, I expected you to die in that scene, and, like, that was gonna be the end of the game, and Vader was gonna be like, yeah, I killed fucking Ian from Shameless, and, like, here's the end of the game. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect, so that was a super awesome, awesome surprise at the end of the game.
The worst part is I can't remember his name in the game now. I just kept going.
Cal Kepsis.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Don't ask me why I remember that, but it's Cal Kepsis.
At the same time, I'm just like, why did we just recruit this person and now the game's over? And I just went, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So Fallen Order was badass. I'm excited to see more sequels for it. I will definitely pay good money to play those sequels because that was a solid outing. On
the games, what it was like, it was. I think we have that in the news for a new game we have coming from that series.
What would that be?
I believe Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't really compare it so much to Assassin's Creed, but I definitely see some of the parallels. You're not really super impressed though. You said that you're not too wowed by the first cinematic trailer.
I feel like they're jumping into the Norse thing now after everyone else did. They're like, oh, it worked for these 2 companies. Now it's our turn. So,
Well, yeah, they're definitely capitalizing, but is that necessarily a bad thing? It could be badass.
I'm just curious to see where it goes. It could be fun. It could be not. I mean, just how the Raven lands on the guy's shoulder at the very end. I went, okay, so he's Odin?
Yeah, and you know what? So you didn't play Odyssey, and in Odyssey, you have an eagle. Your nickname is the Eagle Bearer, and you have this eagle that can scout out areas for you, and you can see like you can mark enemies and treasure chests and shit with the eagle like miles away from your character. And then when you get there, they're all highlighted on your map because you marked them with the eagle. So maybe they're going to do something like that with the Raven. Not sure, but I can see how they could tie that in.
Yeah, I think the last one I played was the beginning of Origins, and then I just jumped into something else like right away. I don't know why.
The Egyptian one, right?
Yes.
I own that because I bought the double pack when I bought Odyssey, but I did not play Origins. I still haven't even beat Odyssey, and I might talk about that later on the games that I've been playing. So,
I think the last one I beat was Brotherhood?
Whew, man. The last one I beat, you want to hear how shitty this is, Bill? The last Assassin's Creed I beat was Assassin's Creed 2.
Ah, so a little bit after me. Okay.
Yeah. So none of the sequels, not Assassin's Creed 2 Revelations, not Brotherhood. I didn't beat any of those. I beat Assassin's Creed 2. I stopped playing those games after 2, and I didn't jump back in until Black Flag, which I still never actually beat Black Flag either, but I loved it. It was great. I just got distracted because I
think I started Black Flag, but never got into it. I think I stopped after the Colonial one because I just didn't find the hunting and gathering thing fun.
Yeah. They relied a lot on that. I'm glad in Odyssey that's not really a big thing. You can do it, like you can hunt, but they don't make it a pivotal part of the gameplay. But another big thing, speaking of comparisons between Odyssey and what's going to happen with Valhalla, is the new news that released after they released the gameplay trailer is that they're going to scope the game down and have it not be as big.
I call it bullshit.
You call it bullshit. See,
that is the beginning of the minimalization of open world games, where you're meant to go and find all the corners of the map and have them just be huge. Like, remember when that was the big thing? Like, Just Cause would try and up it every single game.
Bigger map. Yeah.
The biggest map now, though.
I'm torn. And I say I'm torn because you know me, and I love open world games, and I love being able to have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want into it. But as I've said before on the show, and I've talked about, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is overwhelmingly large. There's so much you can do. There's so much. And so much to the point where, like, I get so consumed in doing side quests and shit that has nothing to do with the main story that 6 hours later I've gone nowhere and have not furthered anything because I'm hunting down the guy who killed this person's cow or whatever, whatever random side quest I might be doing.
I believe I did that with Mad Max, and when I finally went back to the main story, I just, like, beasted the boss in a half hour.
You leveled up so much from doing side quests that at that point it was nothing.
Well, damn.
So
I'm not a fan of it. If it's a minimal scope down, it's fine. If it's one of those things where we're going to get rid of, like, whole countries or counties, whatever, however you're willing to look at it, then I see it as a problem. I see it as the beginning of the end for the really open world Easter egg hunters.
I hope not. I hope that we don't get into something like that. I hope that we still have the option to have these games be as big and grand as it can be. But with that said, there is certainly a little bit of meat that could be cut off of Odyssey and still have an awesome and completely deep game. And, like, this is like, you played Witcher, so you know all about playing games that are over the top with side quests and shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
And I still haven't played Witcher.
I remember just thinking I found a town, but it's really the one army that you just magically find, but you have to actually go searching for it.
So, outside of the new trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we also have some new news that came out on the front of The Last of Us. The Last of Us announced finally when they are releasing the game, because it originally was supposed to release in March 29th, and it got kicked back because of the good old Rona-virus.
I still think this is the best publicity stunt ever for this game.
And now June 19th is Last of Us 2. Is Last of Us 2 a day one purchase for you?
No, because I suck at Last of Us 1.
Have you not beat Last of Us 1?
Nope. I'm to where, this is how far back in the game I am. The woman you were with in the beginning just dies, and you're trying to get to the museum, and you have to face all the cops. That's how far back I am.
Wow. So you're, like, literally, like, 2 hours into the game. Yeah, there's a lot. I was going to say, like, do you remember this part? Do you remember that part? I'm like, oh, you didn't get anywhere near any of those parts.
Getting to the subway was a bitch for me.
I plan on getting Last of Us 2. I'm not sure if it's going to be a day one purchase. There has been, I don't know, Bill, if you've been paying attention, there's been a lot of backlash coming on top of Naughty Dog from leaks that have come out of the story for Last of Us 2.
I have not seen any of that.
So I haven't read any of the spoilers or read any leaks because I personally don't want to be spoiled. I would like to play the game. But let's put it this way. If you care about Last of Us 2 and you care about spoilers, skip 3 minutes ahead of this video or this audio if you're listening right now. So supposedly you're not going to be able to play as Joel at all in the game. You're only going to be playing as Ellie. That one pissed off a lot of people. And 2, supposedly the story has a lot to do with lesbian and trans characters, and people are not happy about it. Like, supposedly there's some shit going on that people are big pissed over what's going on with the story with Last of Us 2.
Well, that first possible leak, we did that already. Well, me and you already have with The Walking Dead, where you go from playing as Lee to playing as Clementine. so we're kind of used to that.
I'm not upset by that at all. I loved Ellie, so I mean, this is where the future of the game would go. Like, would obviously, if you're going to make a story out of it, you would end up playing as the younger character that keeps it going. So I'm that doesn't bother me at all.
How people have a problem with lesbian and trans stories. That's I think that one was made up because either that or we've gotten that ignorant as people because we've had a lot more flamboyant characters in games.
Listen,
like we have like Dandelion for me personally in The Witcher. He's a very flamboyant character, but he's fun.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I think they're just trying to piss people off, honestly.
So I'm not worried about any spoilers. I'm going to play the game. I'm probably going to fucking love the game. I think it's probably going to be great. Last of Us is one of the most fun gaming experiences I've ever had. I think this will be another knock at the park, and I am not with the haters. I'm all for whatever they have to do. Let's go right into that.
Which news do you want to start with first?
Okay, so save your news. So Bill filmed a very interesting article about Cyberpunk.
I don't even know if I would call it interesting.
Hold on to that. Save that because that's good. Save that. I'm just initially going to say that Cyberpunk is now going to be released September 17th. So that's going to be really cool. That for me, I think, is a day one purchase. I think I'm going to grab that right off the gate. Bill. So tell the world about the article you found on Cyberpunk.
Well, I feel like I need to preface it with this.
Okay.
Remember when Red Dead had their whole thing with how the graphics going to be really realistic?
So realistic.
Now you can customize your genitals. I'm gonna let that one just sink in with everyone.
So let that simmer for a little bit. So, AKA, what you're saying, Bill, is that everyone in Cyberpunk's gonna be running around with a 3-foot schlong. Is what you're saying?
That's probably what I'm saying, Mace. It's gonna be the little ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah. And you know what's funny, just thinking about it? Most games where you can pick your gender, I usually play with a female character. So I'm going to pick a female character, and I'm going to give her the biggest fucking schlong possible. I can't wait.
I'll give you that one.
Dude, if there's people out there pissed off about trans characters in Last of Us, just wait for Cyberpunk to come out.
I feel like this is going to put the war between Rockstar and CD Projekt Red now. We can develop faster now. Because they were all set on horse balls, now we're set on human balls, and it's the weirdest fucking thing ever.
Don't assume my Cyberpunk's gender. Oh man. When you shared that article to that article, Bill shared that article to the Gaming Buzz Facebook page. When I saw that, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, is this where we're at in the world of gaming?"
I just remember seeing this, going, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah.
I love how when I was playing Spider-Man, girlfriend we went from just pixelated bullshit to this actually looks like a movie when I was playing Spider-Man, and then this news comes out, and I go, "Yep." This is how far we've come.
Yeah, we've crossed the line.
But now I'm just like, what are they gonna do for the next Witcher?
Yeah, it's almost like the quote from Jurassic Park. It's like everyone found that they could, but no one ever asked if they should. Like no one ever asked if this should be a thing. Like they was like, we could do this, and there should have been a guy in the boardroom to be like, okay, we can do this. But should we be doing this?
It's also just like, how do you pitch this? Just full flat out say you can adjust your ball size.
Listen, you can make your genitals any size that you want, and some CEO was like, "Give this man a raise. Like, you got it. He's on to something."
Oh yeah, now we'll go to the lesser important news for. Apparently, when you purchase the game, your Xbox One upgrades to an Xbox One X somehow.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I'm imagining like they'll probably give you a download code or something. So the report goes that if you buy Cyberpunk this fall, so it's going to be out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and Xbox One X is coming out the following year. And CD Projekt Red said anyone that purchases it for the Xbox One will automatically get a free copy of Cyberpunk for their Xbox One X, which is pretty fucking badass if you ask me. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, you PlayStation players can get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it doesn't matter to me because I'm playing on PlayStation and there's no release date for PS5 yet. So CD Projekt Red was like, "Well, fuck you guys." But that's pretty awesome that they're doing that for Microsoft, though. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you already have Assassin's Creed. Well, Valhalla is coming out. I think it said holiday 2020. So
yeah, so that's coming up soon.
Next.
See,
I guess it's all next.
And that's another thing too, like not to bring back Assassin's Creed, but like which we'll talk about other games later, like Doom, stuff like that. The time in between these sequels is so short, Like Origins came out 1 year, Odyssey came out the following year, and now it's been a year and a half, almost 2 years. By the time Valhalla will come out, it'll be 2 years. I'm like, that's 3 Assassin's Creed games in a period of 4 years. Like, that's a lot, don't you think? Like, there's no time to breathe or time to, like, let it sit before they release a new game.
Yeah, it must be nice. Like, Witcher 3 came out in 2016. Here we are still waiting.
Seriously, like, it's crazy how quickly they're cranking out these games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be out this holiday. It was 2 years ago that Odyssey came out. A year before that, the Origins came out. Doom Eternal came out. What was that? A year and a half in between when the previous Doom came out, or something like that.
That sounds about right. I think Wolfenstein, that's Bethesda too. That was about 2-3 year break in between.
Yeah. So it's nuts that they're doing that, but still, regardless of all of that, good on CD Projekt Red for doing the whole upgrade thing for when you get your new system. They're going to give you the new game. That is.
Yeah, I think their whole thing was players, real gamers shouldn't have to buy upgrades or new systems for their games. But I just went, all right, you guys get it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is awesome. Other little bit video game tidbit, which is not even news really, but it released and I want to play it to talk about it all the time. Fucking Streets of Rage 4 finally came out for
that is free on Game Pass right now, and I haven't gotten to it yet.
Fuck me, man. Shit, like maybe I'm fucking up not having an Xbox. It's free on Game Pass right now. Like, son of a bitch.
More Red Dead 2 is free right now too.
I paid $60 pre-ordered for that and fucking sunk that ship of money years ago, so I'll live with that.
Fair enough. I know Game Pass works. No, I keep seeing about Streets of Rage, but it's not one I have jumped on yet.
I've heard good things. Everyone says it's a lot of fun. It's still a 2D side scroller style game. I've always said, I was always in the boat where I was hoping that they would take Streets of Rage and give it a 3D update. Maybe think of games like Warriors. That was like a beat 'em up action game, but in 3D. So I mean, if it's still the 2D thing, that's cool. I'm not upset that it's not 3D, but I really, really wished if they would have pushed the envelope and made a 3D style game out of it. I thought that'd be really badass.
I still want a remaster of the Warriors, but that's just me.
Yeah. Well,
I still want a remaster of Brutal Legend, but
you keep praying to the gods for a Brutal Legend remaster.
Oh, God, this game was so much fun. We got Medieval. Maybe we'll get.
I'm waiting for so there's been so many rumors around it. I'm waiting for a new Bully. We gotta get a new Bully or a Bully remaster.
I feel like that keeps getting rumored at Rockstar and it keeps getting shut down.
Yeah.
But Rockstar right now, they're probably doing Grand Theft Auto 6 or whichever. I keep seeing all their new online shit. So,
that was it. Know. That's what Rockstar doing. Rockstar is fucking just making more downloadable content for GTA 5 online. That's all Rockstar has right now.
Yeah, GTA 5 now is what? I think it actually is 5 years old.
5 years old at least, if not 6 years old at this point. And there's people are still paying money. They're still putting out content. It blows my mind. We started recording this podcast over 2 years ago, and it blew my mind then that people were still paying money for GTA download content, and now 2 years later,
the Red Dead one I get why they're doing the Red Dead now, because they're gonna try do the zombies soon, because players keep saying they're finding the zombies in the game, so you're gonna get the zombies again.
Yeah, you're gonna get some Undead Nightmare, which is cool, dude. They drop an Undead Nightmare DLC for Red Dead, I will fire Red Dead back up and I will play that, just for that alone. So Streets of Rage came out. That's cool. I'm not sure if there's much other big gaming news that I'm talking about. I'm still waiting on the Marvel's Avengers game, which is probably not going to be good. I can't wait to play that. I'll talk about that later on what I'm looking forward to after 14.
That's a diss. Didn't they redo the characters?
They did not. I haven't seen any news, so I haven't seen any more information about what they're doing with it. It looked, I'm not gonna lie, it looked kind of cheesy. I'm gonna play it because I'm a fucking whore and a Marvel fanboy, and I can't wait to play it. But it does not look great. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look great.
It really didn't. Captain America looked like he was a fucking catcher.
It looks like someone said it, like they look like the Great Value Avengers. Like they look like the cheap, like generic knockoff version of the Avengers.
No, he looked like he was about to play rollerball. That's what he looked like. I had to think of it for a second.
All the voices were like slightly different. All the characters looks like it's like what shitty alternate universe did these Avengers come from?
It's one of those shitty TikTok videos you see where they're just
fucking TikTok video.
Spider-Man does a backflip and misses.
Outside of that those bits of gaming news, there's some other news that's been going on in just the nerd world and just the tech world in general. Something big that we were talking about a little bit before show. Universal has now been outed by AMC and Regal Theaters, and AMC and Regal Theaters will no longer carry Universal films in their studios or inside their theaters.
Well, good. We don't have to go pay to see Fast and Furious again.
Yes.
So.
The Fast and the Furious franchise dying a slow death with this is more than I can ever ask for. I feel bad for anyone that works for Universal or any of these other movies for Universal, but if it means that we don't get any more Fast and the Furious movies, I'm totally okay with it.
Oh, wait. Universal does the Riddick movies. Fuck, this is a double.
Of course they did. I see. You know what's funny? I never knew that, and of course they did. And now it explains all the fucking Vin Diesel crossover bullshit. I guarantee Universal did Triple X too, didn't they?
That is honestly a very.
I'm gonna Google that. I'll fact check that while I'm talking. Fact check whether or not.
I thought that is.
So where it all stemmed from, right when the quarantine lockdown started. Trolls World Tour, the new Trolls film, was set to release into Universal production. Because they weren't going to be able to release in theaters, because theaters are closed from being non-essential businesses, Universal was like, well, fuck it, we'll just put it on video on demand. And it actually worked out in their favor. They made, I think they make more money off of the initial release of Trolls World Tour on video on demand than they did from Trolls, the first one being in theaters or something like that.
Yeah, I think the video on demand made 10 times what the first one did, just with video or the video on demand instead of the company.
Yeah,
it was something crazy like that.
So, in my opinion, I personally feel like it's a smart move by Universal. We have this movie, it's done, it's ready to get put out. We can't put it out in theaters. Here it is on video demand so the fans can watch it, and we can still make money. We can still pay all our bills, pay all these actors, stuff like that. What was the fact check?
It looks like it was owned by Paramount. So I think that's a Universal company, so I think it's the same thing.
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah, but no more Triple X movies. But
we don't need we don't need any more Triple X movies.
I watched the last one.
I swear, like, dude, if they did another Triple X movie, it would. Oh God, who would it be? Like Michael B. Jordan or like fucking.
Let's not get you started on Michael B. Jordan. Jesus Christ.
You saw. I ran with it. I ran right with it.
I haven't heard that grudge in a long time.
Did you miss this, Bill? Did you miss hearing me bitch about Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, like it's been a while. I mean, I think if I I could pronounce the name of the guy from Get Out, I would say you probably don't like him either. But
Daniel Kaluuya. I don't have a problem with Daniel Kaluuya. I don't have a problem with him.
It was just also strange how both of them were in Black Panther.
And also that's a big Jordan Peele Black Panther connection. You got Lupita Nyong'o and I can't remember his name, M'Baku from Black Panther. They were both in Us.
Yeah.
And they were
I did not see.
Don't see Us. Just don't do it.
Well, for the guy from M'Baku, we watched the one on Netflix, one with Mark Wahlberg, and he's actually fucking hilarious in that.
Oh wait! That movie where Mark Wahlberg's a dude with a Boston accent that shoots people and gets in fights, aka every Mark Wahlberg film that's ever come out.
I think that's that Mark Wahlberg film.
We're going so completely off the rails of talking about Universal not making movies what real at AMC, but we brought up Netflix films, and we probably could be talking about this at our top 3 things to watch. Have you seen Extraction with Chris Hemsworth? You did.
It was okay.
All right.
The fight scenes looked like they were really trying to go for the raid, which I just went, okay.
Okay.
I appreciated the memes after with his battles like Heimdall open the Bifrost. I think it was actually you that posted those.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a good movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Well, knowing it's by the producers of Endgame, it's kind of annoying that's all they're known for now.
Yeah. Wait.
Russo's the one who did Endgame.
Is the Russos did this?
They produced it.
They produced it. I was just watching, God, I'm so getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about later, but I was just watching Civil War, which is another Russo's flick the other night. So, getting ahead of ourselves, Universal is now the black sheep in the movie industry. Movie theaters are now going to not be showing Universal films. It's funny.
There's 1 or 2 movies they had that they're not going to show now that I actually wanted to see, but now I already forget what they were.
I can't remember what Universal was distributing. One thing I think is kind of funny, like movies like Black Widow, perfect example. Black Widow was supposed to come out. It didn't come out because of this. I would personally love for Black Widow to just come on video on demand. Just go take it to Disney Plus, put it right on Disney Plus, and we can watch it through there. But I guess Disney, being the power move maker they are, they're playing ball and not releasing these movies straight to video on demand because they don't want to piss off movie theaters.
No, they are releasing some movies, but they're releasing Disney movies.
Yes.
Like Artemis Fowl was one. I think that is next month. I only know that one because it's a book that I read as a kid, and I was really excited about it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's 1 or 2 others that's just going to go straight to Disney Plus, but I remember the head of Marvel just went, "No, we're not going to push this backward or just cancel it altogether. No, it'll still come out in theaters. You just have to wait for it."
It's smart for them. They're not burning any bridges. But I mean, goddamn, I want to see Black Widow. I want Eternals to come out perfectly fine. I don't know what the Disney Plus Marvel shows are looking like. I don't know what the production was like on Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is going to be the first one that we were going to get. And then
I think that one shut down right when the whole virus started.
And I know Loki and WandaVision got shut down. I wasn't sure about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I think that got shut down mid-February.
Okay. I believe. All right. We are getting Mandalorian season 2. That I do know. That's coming out in fall. Nothing stopped that. So.
Oh God! Thank God.
Good for that, if nothing else. Universal is now the black sheep. Disney's doing the smart move. They're not putting it out. I personally wish they did. I wish Disney would put Black Widow out. I want to watch it. I need more. I need more Marvel shit.
I'm gonna say, where are we gonna say Fox? But oh yeah.
Yeah, Fox. Yeah, and New Mutants. New Mutants is gonna come out. Dude, Maisie Williams is gonna be in her 40s, and they're gonna finally release New Mutants.
Because it was a nerd gang. They're gonna put on Disney Plus, and that was all just gone.
Yeah, I mean, Disney owns Fox. They could put New Mutants on Hulu. Fox owns Hulu, So I don't know. That's what's going on. So I'm gonna crack open. I've been talking so much. I've been drinking this beer and not drinking this beer because I've been talking. So I'm gonna chug this real quick, and then after I chug this, we're gonna get into. We have 2 top 3 lists. We're gonna give you guys. We're gonna give you our top 3 things that we're watching and top 3 games that we've been playing during quarantine. Usually we go on a break and stuff like that. I mean, maybe I'll do some editing magic. Like if I put the beer up to my lips now, like if I edit it, like and I put the beer can back in my, it can make it look seamless. I don't know.
I don't think we're gonna have any funny jokes as we walk off camera this time, though.
No, exactly. It's different. This is the new normal, Bill. This is the new normal.
I was waiting to see Justin and his Jenga-looking hair, but
right. So
he's only posted it.
Let's crack open this pear. This is the way. Let's see what this is tasting like, and I can start drinking this. I've already been drinking all day today, so I put on a good little baseline. I had some Nameless School earlier by Goblet. I had some fucking Pilsner by Goblet, and I also was drinking some Miller High Life as well, and some Jameson. So I've
hey, never go wrong with Jameson.
Been spreading it all around. So let's start first off with our top 3 things that we're watching. It doesn't have to be your top 3. It doesn't have to be in an order. It's just like 3 things that are sticking with you that you want to talk about that you've been watching through this whole quarantine. I could even start it. Number 3. Excuse me. For me right now, that I'm still currently watching because I never actually finished it, is The Handmaid's Tale.
I started that, but it was just so dark I could never finish it.
And that's...
I feel like it was the same with Chernobyl.
I want to watch Chernobyl. I never watched Chernobyl. But you hit the nail on the head. I'm loving Handmaid's Tale. We're in the middle of season 2. But the only problem of watching it is it's so fucking heavy. Like, after a night of watching Handmaid's Tale, I feel depressed. Like me and my wife Sarah will watch Handmaid's Tale, and then at the end of it, we go to bed and we're like, man, I'm just sad now. Like it's so horribly depressing. I watch that show. I made a post about it. Whenever I watch an episode of Handmaid's Tale, after it's over, I want to go outside. I want to punch a man in the face because how shitty the world is in Handmaid's Tale, and these poor women that are literal concubines. Just being used as cattle to breed fucking babies for these people. It's so depressing. It's so depressing. It's very
I'm really scared to have Jordan watch that. If that's your response, is you want to punch a man in the face after you watch it. I'm looking for her response.
Seriously, it's harsh, man. It is harsh. It's well acted. It's season 2's a bit slow. Everyone that I know that's watched it said season 2 slows down a little bit. Not to give any spoilers away, but like. The main character gets stuck in a situation in season 2 where like there's physically she can't have a lot of action sequences, I guess. So I heard it picks back up in season 3, which I'm excited to continue watching. But that's been my one of the big things that I've been watching over the last couple of weeks. Solid show though, very awesome writing, very excellent acting. Elizabeth Moss has she has this way of acting with her facial expressions because especially. Because of the show and the way the world is, they don't have important roles, so they can't really talk up a lot or speak a lot. So she has to do a lot of emotional acting just through like her looks and her face, and she nails it. She does a very, very, very good job with that. So that's my number 3. What is for your number 3? One of the things you've been watching during quarantine, keeping you going?
Right now, Jordan distracted me because she's playing Outer Worlds, and a leg was just holding about 20 different items.
Okay. Was it a cargo pant leg?
Was it a cargo pant leg? No, just regular leg? Oh. It definitely has the Fallout graphics going then.
Oh, that was a bad joke, I'm sorry.
I think it actually was I don't know. I think number 3 for me is, I'm going to go with the sadness with you, is Attack on Titan.
Okay.
God damn. For those who don't know, I just recently started anime.
Bill's
My Hero,
a newly knighted anime nerd.
I started with My Hero Academia, and we slowly devolved into Attack on Titan. And Jesus Christ, there's a huge leap between those two.
Yeah.
I think we would watch it. I would honestly have to go on YouTube and just watch like just happy shit. Like I can't go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I need to go watch videos of puppies playing in a field.
just the voice actors they hired for the screams alone is just enough to make you go, oh shit, this could be real.
I remember watching. How far are you in Attack on Titan?
They're about to reclaim the wall, and I think they just killed the Armor Titan.
Okay. I remember when I first started watching Attack on Titan, I'm like, oh, let's watch the show. And even like the first episode, when like they were killing, when like Aaron's mom got like fucking killed like directly in front of his eyes, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! I was like, this is a dark, grim ass fucking show. Super awesome. I would recommend you to not ever watch the live action movie.
We watched the list of the top 10 worst live action animes. That was on there. I think Death Note wasn't. Actually, it might have been. I don't remember. But I watched Death Note and I hate myself for that.
Yeah,
but this is one I don't want to see a live action of. It works as it is. The story works. God, it's dark.
It's not good.
I was very thrown off when Aaron got eaten.
Yeah.
I looked at Jordan and went, so we built up this character, and now he's dead. She just goes, I can't say anything.
I mean,
you keep saying,
quote unquote dead. You can't see my video, Bill, but I'm doing the air quotes.
I can't even ask her questions. She just goes, I'm just like, this isn't fair.
That's great.
We're going to finish.
That makes me think of when Sarah was watching Game of Thrones for the first time, and like we would get the parts, and she'd just be like, "Well, what's gonna happen?" And I'm just in the background, like, "Just you wait." Like, "Oh, you have no idea."
Well, we're trying to finish My Hero, but we have 3 episodes left.
Now, have you watched the movies for My Hero? Because I do know there's a couple movies.
No, those we have not watched because we can't find them anywhere.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. I have been a horrible anime nerd in years of late. Like I said, I watched first season of Attack on Titan and some of season 2. I've literally only watched the first episode of My Hero. Heard great things about it. I need to actually sit down and give some time and watch it. But Attack on Titan's a great show though. Attack on Titan's awesome. That's something I probably should go pick back up. But I've been, guys, anyone listening, you guys are anime fans out there, send Bill recommendations for the show. I've already told him to watch Cowboy Bebop. He's got to watch Bebop if he watches anything. But if you guys have any other recommendations or anything that you are proud of anime-wise that you really love, that you think that Bill or I should watch, please let us know.
Give me the fun part. People are going to see it because, yeah, he watches anime and just go, no, it's just Firefly.
It's just Firefly. It's just some other Chinese stuff. And it's Chinese, not Japanese. So there's a difference. I don't even know if there is any Chinese animation out there.
It's probably all very...
Let's not. I saw this conversation.
Let's not go to South Park now.
Chin Pokemon. Let's move on.
Yeah. I believe it was your number 2 for what you want.
My number 2. My number 2 of something that I've been watching during quarantine, we brought it up a little bit earlier, has been the Clone Wars animated series. I've been watching it on Disney Plus. The final season came out this year. They've been doing it episodically and leading all the way up to Order 66. That's like the final episodes of the Clone Wars. I've watched Clone Wars in bits and pieces for years since it's been out. I've never watched them all congruently all together. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm in the middle of season 3. I believe the final season is season 7. So I still have like a solid 3 more seasons to watch before I get to the final season. It's awesome. I love it. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. It really delves into a lot of awesome characters and a lot of stories that we didn't get in the movies. And it's funny actually to think about because I've asked this question before in conversations about the new movies, episodes 7, 8, and 9, and a lot of people trash Last Jedi, a lot of people trash Rise of Skywalker, and I asked the question.
About Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I asked the question. I was like, well, do you think they'll make an animated series that will connect the story between 8 and 9? Like they did with Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith, because a lot of people shit on Attack of the Clones. A lot of people shit on Attack of the Clones. A lot of people shit on Revenge of the Sith. I personally liked Revenge of the Sith. It's not a great movie, but I enjoyed it. But the Clone Wars stories in between are so awesome, and they make the stories mean so much more. So I'm almost kind of curious, like if we're gonna get that down the line, like will they give us an animated series or some type of series that takes place in between Episode 8 and Episode 9, and will it make those movies any better, possibly? I'm curious about that.
That makes me forget we did miss a piece of important news.
What's that?
Taika Waiti will direct Star Wars movies.
Yes. Which, let's bring that up, because we were just talking about Star Wars, but we're also just talking about Game of Thrones. I made a comment on Game of Thrones a little bit, and I love that fucking D&D, David fucking Binoff and fucking Weiss, those motherfuckers fucking left Game of Thrones, ruined the end of Game of Thrones so they could go make a Star Wars movie. And after Game of Thrones was so fucking shitty in the final season, Disney was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck that, you guys are fired. Like, we're not gonna give it to you. And they were like, Taika Waititi's in the corner like, hey, I just won an Academy Award for Jojo Rabbit. Like, everyone loves me.
But that is still one you and Sarah have to watch.
I gotta see.
Me and Jordan watch it, and it was fucking amazing.
I gotta see Jojo. But that's also though. Taika's the man. Taika actually directed the final episode, or the second to final episode of Mandalorian season 1. So he's already had his hand in it. So it's great to see him coming back to do Star Wars stuff. He's got a perfect mind for Star Wars. Looking at all his movies, the way he combines humor and action and adventure, looking at Jojo Rabbit, What We Do in the Shadows, and of course Thor Ragnarok, I feel like he's the perfect person, like to be doing a Star Wars film.
And Hunt for the Wilder People. I think he's great for all this.
Yeah, he's perfect. He's got the imagination. He's got the eye for it. I can't wait to see Free Guy, whenever the fuck that's gonna come out. Free Guy, the movie with him and Ryan Reynolds and Joe Keery, Steve from Stranger Things as well is gonna be in that.
That one too. Forgot about him.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. But yeah, that's good news. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill, for reminding me of that Star Wars news. But that's my number 2 is Clone Wars. I'm building my way up so I can watch the final season, and I'm enjoying every second of it. Bill, I definitely recommend it to you if you need something to watch. If you have Disney Plus, it's all on there. It's fucking super fast episodes, 30 minutes, and it's cool because you get to see a lot of characters, stuff like that. Asako Tano.
Oh, trust me, I'm used to fast episodes now with this anime shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fucking do it.
So that's my number 2. Bill, what is your number 2 thing that you've been watching?
I was gonna say My Hero, but we're kind of on hold with that since can't find a dub. I love how George discussed. We only have 3 episodes left. Man up.
You literally only have 3 episodes left, and you stop watching because you can't find the dub. Is that what really what you do, Bill?
The voices are different.
I'm not judging you, but I am silently judging you.
No, actually, I'm gonna say My Hero because it got me started on all this, and it's actually it is. It's like a fun Japanese way of doing the Marvel universe in a way. Yeah, because like
all these superpowered characters with their quirks and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's super fun. Just how crazy it all gets is what kind of got me going, and how I guess I don't know, relatable.
Okay.
Because we just finished our Marvel chronological thing, and we jumped right into that. I went, oh, okay, this works.
So it kind of fed into it. You kind of had that same vibe. All right, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's the perfect thing to jump right into.
So how much do you love All Might?
How much do I love All Might? I love Deku more.
You love Deku more?
Yeah.
No, wait.
My favorite hero though is I'm honestly gonna say Fat Gum. Just
Okay.
fucking.
Now, I have a question. So explain it to me because I'm not someone that I don't watch any of it. I know that it starts off with Deco doesn't have a quirk. Like, he doesn't have any powers.
No.
Does he ever get a quirk or powers?
Yes.
Oh, he does. So he does. Okay.
Yeah. Well, in a way, All Might technically finds a way to transfer his power, and then he gets that power. It's one of those just weird
anime thing that doesn't really make any sense, but it made sense on the show.
Yeah. And in a way, I was already casting it in my head with Jordan, and she was just like, mm-mm.
Who would you cast for your? If you had a fan cast of My Hero, what would be your cast?
Well, there's the character Gran Torino. I said Danny DeVito.
Okay.
I think All Might. I think I picked Gerard Butler. Honestly.
All right.
It's gonna have to be all kids. Is the weirdest thing. I don't know a lot of young actors. Is the worst part.
Yeah. AKA, it's just gonna be the entire cast of Stranger Things. That's what every movie does now. Like, we need kid actors in this. There's got to be a Stranger Things kid. He's not. We got to hire these guys. They're not doing anything.
Pretty much. It's just like, God, they can do so much better. In the same way, I don't want to see a live action.
Okay. All right. I gotta watch My Hero. I've heard so many good things. I need to take the time out of my day, and I just gotta watch it.
No, it's definitely one that you will probably enjoy. It's on Hulu, or you can Funimation and probably binge it in a week.
Okay. I'll sit down with that. I gotta sit down with that. So that's your number 2. So that's gonna leave me with my number 1. My number 1 thing that I've been watching right now during the entire quarantine has been rewatching the MCU from in chronological order, which is so fucking awesome. I'm super happy about doing this. It's getting able to relive these movies. Like, I've watched a lot of these movies a bunch of times, and being able to see them all in chronological order, like, it was like so great when I finished one movie and then start the next one like right after, and they were still referencing stuff that happened before. There was a lot of shit that I forgot about too. Watching.
Now, did you do the thing where you watched Captain America before First Avengers, or did you watch that one very first movie?
Very first movie.
And it does say chronological, but we keep everyone like it's a flashback. Like,
no. Very first movie. I mean, there are like the people say you're supposed to skip the post-credit scenes, like, because that makes it weird. But also, though, I already know. I've already seen all of these movies, so it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I just been watching them like straight through.
I think the only reason where I fucked up with watching the post credits was Captain Marvel, the very first. Oh. I was like, oh yeah, Endgame's next. Like, no, it's not.
I did not rewatch Captain Marvel. That's the only movie I skipped.
What made you skip that one?
Because I had seen it recently. Not that I didn't like it. I had seen it not too long ago. So that's the only one I've skipped though. I've watched Captain America: First Avenger all the way up through. I'm at Civil War. I just finished Civil War the other night. I like Civil War a lot more now than I did when it first came out. Civil War's, I've only seen Civil War like 2 or 3 times, and
I think that's how many times I've seen it.
And I like it more now. I remember when I first watched it, I was so pissed off at Tony for being a dick, and
now you get it.
And now I get it. You probably saw my post about it. I was talking about it. Like, I get it. Like, I was so mad about Tony being a dick, but now I get it because Tony is a dick. So I just have to make myself okay with the fact that he is an asshole.
I think when we went through it, me and Jordan had a discussion. I just went, you know what? I agree with Tony. Just went, why? I went, because he has a point. They should be held responsible. I think even when I first watched it, I agreed.
And here's why I don't agree with Tony. I don't agree with Tony because it's not that I don't agree with the fact that people should be held responsible. Because yes, people should be held responsible. But Tony, for years, for 3 movies and multiple team-up movies, has never given a fuck about the rules ever. He always has gone unchecked. He's gone up against the government. He's gone to court and trial and like, fuck you, I'm not giving you the suit, I'm not following your rules. And now, all of a sudden, because he feels bad, now everyone has to listen to him? Fuck that. That's weak. That's so weak.
Well, then you have the woman from Luke Cage making him feel guilty. So.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like Tony's gone unchecked for years. He created a rogue, insane AI program that damn near destroyed the planet. Like he's done so many things and not followed rules. And now in Civil War, because he feels bad because some chick made him feel guilty, now he's like, oh, we have to follow the rules. Like, fuck you. Also, another thing, and I just watched Civil War, so this is all fresh in my mind. And another thing, he apologized for being wrong about Bucky. Like, the whole reason they had the airport fight was because he was still trying to capture Bucky. He still was going after Bucky. That's why they had the airport fight scene. Directly after the airport fight scene, when he finally gets the news and information that it wasn't Bucky, goes into the cell and apologizes to fucking Falcon, and is like, I messed up. Like, I'm sorry. Like, fuck you, man. You don't get to be a dick and be an asshole and get all these people to fight each other, and then on the end of it be like, oh yeah, my bad. Oops.
And then 5 minutes later, he's mad again.
Yeah, and then 5 minutes later, he's mad again because goddamn Bucky killed his parents, which I get, but Bucky was brainwashed. He's already fought brainwashed people. Loki brainwashed Dr. Sveldig. He brainwashed fucking Hawkeye. Okay. Like he Ultron brainwashed the Asian doctor and Agent Ultron. He's battled AI. He's battled aliens. He's battled gods like Loki. But now with Bucky, I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry again just thinking about it.
Well, I think after Civil War, I think your next ones are...
Homecoming is the next one.
Is it?
Yeah. Chronologically, Spider-Man Homecoming is the next one.
Is Guardians right after that?
Guardians is before. So it was Captain America, it was Winter Soldier, Guardians 1, Guardians 2, Ant-Man, Civil War. I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Guardians 1, 2, Avengers. Yeah, you're right. Oh, no, your next is Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther's next? Awesome.
Which is always a good one. That was the one where...
Wakanda Forever.
God, I still remember being the only white person in that theater.
I remember you telling me about this. You were literally the only white person there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was odd, and they all dressed up for it. Like,
everyone was like in dashikis and like African garb.
Yeah, and then I'm just sitting there with my nacho. No, I think I had pretzel bites, so I looked extra white. So I really stood out.
That's awesome. I wish I was there for that. I really do.
Yeah, maybe. just plain like, yeah, look at the cracker.
But all right, I'm watching my MCU rewatch. That's my number one thing. That's what's got me most excited about sitting down in front of the TV. And I've even I made mention of her earlier. The wife Sarah, she's not a nerd. She's not a nerd like me or you. She's not big in the comics or anime or video games or anything of that nature. She's seen some of the MCU movies, and like I was watching them the other day, and she came and sat down and watched a couple with me, and she came at a perfect time because she got to watch Winter Soldier, Guardians 1, and Guardians 2, which Guardians 1 and Winter Soldier, in my opinion, are two of probably the top 3 movies of the entire MCU. Those are two fantastic films. So she watched them and was like, oh, those movies are pretty good. And I'm like, I know, these movies are pretty good. Like, you should probably watch them. So like, I want to get her to at least watch the final phase. So that's why I've been holding off. I held off and watched Civil War So listen, I want you to watch Endgame and Infinity War, stuff like that. But if you're going to do that, you should at least watch Civil War so you can see where everyone ends up with Infinity War. So she watched Civil War with me. She liked it. She like, it was pretty cool. Like, so, you know, so that's where I've been now, and I hope to be done the MCU rewatch by the end of quarantine. So by probably another 2 weeks, and I have like another like solid 8 movies left. We got Homecoming, Black Panther, Infinity War, Endgame, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Doctor Strange, and
yeah, Ragnarok as well.
Ragnarok, and I think that's it. That's 7 more movies.
We burned through it. I want to say honestly about a month, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
And Jordan and I started dating right when Endgame really came out, and she went to go see it with me. She said, "Well, if you're going, I'm going." And when we left, she went, "I don't really get it."
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
I haven't seen the last
time,
20
she
years
kinda-
of movie, last 20 movies.
She actually kind of teared up. She went, "I went, you okay?" She went, "No, I get it now."
That's awesome,
But now
though.
that I know backstories and all that, yeah, she got to see the whole like. I see, and they built this up over. I think it's been 12 years.
12 years from 2007 to 2019. Yeah, 2007
Yeah,
to
it
2019.
just made me just like so happy as a nerd. I just went, "Oh, she gets it finally."
Yes.
But this isn't just us, just like, "Oh, here we go, smash." Like there's actually stories.
Yeah, seriously. And there's some really cool stories. So I mean, I'm hoping by the end of this, there's one thing that I guess it'll be my honorable mention because I haven't done it yet, but I also want to do an entire rewatch of the Star Wars franchise because again, my wife Sarah has not seen a single Star Wars movie ever in her entire life.
Also, I don't know how I haven't asked that yet. How does it feel saying that, my wife Sarah?
I know it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's cool. I mean, it's not weird. It's definitely different. But like, I try to like stick it in. Like, I'm like, yes, my wife. Like, blah blah blah. It's very interesting. I got a ring on and everything.
I'm still so happy for you. That
you
day
guys
really
haven't seen-
sucked.
Look at that
Honestly,
shit.
I think I actually have the thing right here. Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, the invitation for the wedding that didn't happen. Awesome.
No, it's not Sarah's last name. Now I know Sarah's last name for real.
Meyer, not
now I know that.
Maher. It looks like Maher.
Oh God, that got us in so much trouble.
All right, so Bill, what is your number one thing you're watching in during quarantine?
Honestly, if I had to pick, I think that it's just catching up on old movies. Like for you, is the entire Marvel universe. I finally got to finish Den of Thieves, which I started forever ago, never finished.
Okay.
I believe that Spencer Confidential happened during quarantine.
Spencer Confidential. That's the Mark Wahlberg movie, right?
Yes, I'm not gonna say Tiger King. We're not gonna jump into that.
I've still not watched it at all.
I'm so proud of you.
I've not.
I don't know how
watched
you
it.
haven't watched it.
I've no desire. I've none. There's not a single part of me that wants to watch Tiger King.
I think it was my dumb idea for us to watch it, and we just got sucked into it, and we were like, we have to finish this.
Yeah, we've come this far, now we have to finish it. But like,
Tiger's method.
so what other movies that you've wanted to watch that you've had the opportunity to catch up on?
American Assassin.
Okay.
With the kid from the Maze Runner. Yeah, Den of Thieves, which it was okay.
Okay.
Other than that, it's honestly YouTube or we're watching anime.
You're not sitting there for hours watching Hot Ones videos like we used to do in the studio, have you?
We watched one or two Hot Ones. They're doing quarantine things like this, and it's just weird. Where the comedian also like does the wings at home, and you're just like, okay, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. You're cheating. You put ketchup on that hot wing. I know you did.
Which Jordan wants to play that version of the game with me, where we just put hotter sauce on wings. Oh,
Do
I'm
we?
looking forward to that.
Do it and record it. We'll stream it from the page, please.
Yeah, she's all about that. She just wants to watch me in pain. She's smirking right now.
I don't want to watch you in pain, but I feel like watching you in pain would be a lot of fun. So yes, I want to watch you in pain.
I really want to say I have the upper hand on spice, but I feel like she has the upper hand on pain tolerance. So. And now she's smiling, so great. I'm scared.
So those are our top 3 things that we're watching during quarantine. You guys tell us what you've been watching. Let's go through the games real quick, because I want to talk about the top 3 games that I've been playing. I started off the last one. Bill, you give me number 3. It doesn't have to be in order or anything like that, but what's one of the games that you've played during quarantine that has been sticking with you that you want to talk about?
Wolfenstein.
Nice.
God.
So now this
beat that fucker.
This is the one with the sisters, right? The 2 daughters.
No. This is one where you pretty much just play the average American white guy and you just kill Nazis. This is how I view Captain America if it was rated R.
Okay. So you are B.J. Blazkowicz in this. It's just like the original guy from.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the New Blood.
New Blood, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
I think that's just a multiplayer one. I downloaded it and just went, no, this isn't what I thought.
Okay, all right.
But no, it's honestly Captain America if it was rated R. You're just killing Nazis just without a shield.
Killing Nazis. Collecting Nazi scalps.
Oh, I'm surprised you can't get scalps, actually.
That would be badass. That would be an awesome collectible that you can slave if you can scalp them.
I really want to see that's an Easter egg now, if you can find that.
Oh.
Or that the bear Jew is in there somewhere.
Yes. Or they have the bat or something like that. That would be fucking awesome.
That has to be in there. But no, that's one I finally got to play and beat, and I was just so happy finally.
Awesome.
That game was such a pain in the ass.
Awesome. I've not played any of the new Wolfensteins. I haven't played a Wolfenstein since Wolfenstein 3D in like 1995 on my PC.
Fair enough. It's not one of those ones a lot of people visit.
I've heard good things. I mean, I know you'll probably talk about it later, but there's also some other first-person Bethesda shooters based off of old games that have been a lot of fun that I want to play. But I won't spoil that. I'll save that for you. Let me go into my number 3. So my number 3 is going to be a game that I played a year ago when I first got it. And then I stopped playing it because another game came out and I got distracted. But I've been jumping back into Assassin's Creed Odyssey over the last couple of weeks.
But what's Bloodborne gonna say?
I mean, well, don't worry. We'll talk about that. We'll get the Bloodborne. But I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The long and short of it is Bloodborne's a great game. It's super duper hard, and like when you get to certain bosses, you're pretty much just stuck. Like if you can't beat the boss, you can't further the game, obviously. And I got to a point where I'm like stuck and I can't beat certain bosses. And I tried, and like it was like real defeating. And I'm like, I'm not just gonna keep playing this and getting my ass kicked and losing points. So I decided to jump into Assassin's Creed just for some fun. And first off, wow, learning curve, let me tell you, because I'm not playing the game for a year, I forgot how to play it completely. And
that happens to me all the time.
I jumped in, and it's still so much fun. It's still such a beautiful game. I want to beat it. I want to beat it because I want to play Valhalla, and I want to fully accomplish it. So I don't know if I'm going to beat it, because this is why it's number 3, because I started playing something else already. So I've already started playing Odyssey again, and then stopped playing Odyssey, so to play something else, which I'll talk about later. So that was my number 3.
This is really in your pattern of starting a game that you haven't finished.
Dude, you know me, man. I can't.
I know.
I can't. And you're supposed to be the one with ADD, Bill. You're supposed to be the one with ADD.
If you only knew.
So all right. So what is your number 2 game that you're playing right now?
This one's gonna make you happy, but I'm about to start Red Dead 2. I'm gonna just completely blow over Red Dead 1 and just go right into it.
You're gonna start Red Dead 2. All right. You want to hear something funny, Bill? I still haven't beat Red Dead. I haven't beat Red Dead 2.
Well, apparently because it's just so massive, which brings me back to don't you scale down my open world games.
Good, well, not wrong. Red Dead 2 is one of those games where I played it, I bought it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. I didn't beat it fast enough, and then a new game came out. I think the Resident Evil 2 remaster came out, or not a remaster, a remake. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to play this now. And I just fell off of Red Dead, and I never finished it.
I think that's another thing is I'm going to probably do the Resident Evil remasters eventually. Because they do look kind of fun.
I heard 3's super short. I haven't played 3 yet. I want to. I played 2. Guess what? Shocker. Didn't beat it. But I played it, and it's fine. But then another game came out, like they want to do.
Yeah, it's like games come out every couple weeks. I wish we could have the mindset of Justin and just play one game.
Well, see, that's the thing too, and I think about this a lot. I just don't have the time like I used to. Like, when I was younger and I played games, like, I played games for hours and hours and hours on end. But now I, like, want to act like I'm a good husband and good person. So I don't, like, I feel bad. Like, I'll wake up during the day and, like, I want to sit down and play video games. And, like, I want to sit and play video games for, like, a solid 4 or 5 hours straight. And literally, like, Sarah's just looking at me like, "Hey, asshole!" Like, can you? And I'm joking. She's not at all like that. She doesn't make me feel bad for playing video games. It's not like that at all. But at the same time, I'm like, I really could sit here and play this game for fucking 10 hours straight. I really could. I don't do it because I want to be an active member of my household, but I could easily sit down in front of a goddamn TV screen and play this game until the fucking sun went down and until my eyes started bleeding. So
I know exactly how you feel because, like, before everything happened, I was always like the last one to go to bed, so I'd always stay up late and just play.
Mm-hmm.
But now me and Jordan both go to bed at the same time, so we land and just like watch anime until we go to bed, wake up. And, like, she's has her classes on the weekends, so, like, I'll play for a little bit. But then when she comes down, it's like, nope, our time.
Yeah.
I'd rather have time to spend with you. And then, I mean, do I miss it sometimes? Do I miss just being angry at a screen? Not really.
No, and that's the thing. Like, I was joking and talking shit before. I enjoy, like, thank God I actually like my wife. Like, I like spending time with her. Like, thank God that I
like my wife.
Thank God I have that problem that I actually enjoy her and enjoy spending time with her. So, like, as much as I'm a gamer and I love video games, at the same time I'm like I still am on my bartender schedule, sleep schedule. I typically sleep between the hours of anywhere between 2 and 5 a.m. I'll go to sleep, and I'll wake up anywhere between the hours of 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. So she gets off of work at 4. So if I get up at like 12 or 11, I get up, drink some coffee, hang out for a little bit, just have a cigarette. I start gaming. By 4 o'clock, she's done work, and I'm like, all right, cool, now you're done work. Now we can hang out. So I stopped playing games. And, like, like I said, I was joking before. I enjoy that. I like that. I thank God that I enjoy that. Just give it a couple years when I fucking don't enjoy it, and then I want to pull my hair out. But until that happens, everything's great.
Makes you want this roast so bad.
Okay, so you're
now my fun schedule is the new puppy wakes me up before Jordan. It wakes me up and not her.
Of course.
She wakes me up. I have to say she because I already yelled at Jordan because she kept calling it earlier.
She knows. Which, by the way, she's fucking gorgeous. This could be fucking gaming puppy buzz because we could just talk about your fucking dog right now because your dog's fucking.
And she's hyper and she's like sleeping on my spot of the bed right now. Yeah, she's a little cute. We really got lucky with her.
That's awesome.
And her and my chat really get along, so we really got lucky with that.
That's awesome.
And we'll have her over there soon enough to meet your dogs as well.
Yes. All right, so I guess this will lead to what, my number 2?
Yeah, I think it's your number 2.
My number 2, I talked about it a little bit before. I gotta say Bloodborne. And I gotta say Bloodborne because although I'm not actively playing it right now, when quarantine started, I had recently beat Fallen Order maybe a week or 2 before quarantine started. And when quarantine started, I'm like, I need a game to play. and I wanted to play a bunch of games, but I'm like, I already have Bloodborne. Let me beat it, and then I will move on to a new game. So I jump back in. Jumping back in the beginning of quarantine was great. I made a lot of headway. I got really far. I leveled up a lot. I beat a lot of bosses. Now I'm stuck. I'm stuck at 2 bosses. There's one optional boss that I can't beat, Martyr Logarius, and there's one storyline boss that I cannot beat. So I have to beat the storyline boss to further the storyline. I cannot go any further than him. So like I can go back and play old levels and level up and shit like that. But until I can beat this fucking boss, the game literally cannot go on. So I mean, I'll jump back in and I'll play it. There's co-op. You can play co-op with people where other players can jump in and help you. And I have a buddy of mine who I borrowed this game from. He had the physical copy. He gave it to me. Then it was free on the PlayStation Store. So he downloaded it again. He was like, well, fuck it. I'll just download it again because it's free. And he hits me up every now and again. He's like, dude, man, you need a partner. I'll hop in and help you beat some bosses. So eventually I will do that. Eventually I'll probably team up with him, beat this boss, further the games. I do want to beat it. I gotta beat it. I feel like this is my proving ground.
You've come this far.
It is my proving ground if I'm a gamer. Like I feel like if I can beat a From Software game, then I can proudly call myself a gamer still. So I gotta do it so I can fix my ego. So
that's a challenge for people.
That's my number 2. Bill, so what is your number 1 game that you've been playing through quarantine?
I think the other one I've been playing the most was I have 2. I started playing Vampire when all this started.
The Masquerade?
And I honestly just went, no. It's the VAMPYR.
Okay.
Spelling.
Okay.
It's one of those open world type ones. It's weird. But after that, I kind of just gave up because I just went, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're going to hate it. I gave The Witcher another try.
I'm not mad. I actually...
I have to go back.
I wish I was playing Witcher right now. I'm not even mad at you. I've never played Witcher. I've heard so many good things. I watched the series. I love everything about it. I want to play these games. I love action RPGs. I love medieval, high fantasy shit. I want to go back and play Witcher. But now with all these goddamn games coming out, I'll probably never fucking go back and play Witcher. And if I do go back and play it, I'll play it and start it, and I won't beat it because there's so many fucking side quests and so much bullshit to do. And
I have no idea how many side quests there are. And then comes the DLC.
To your Witcher, oh valley of plenty. Do they sing that song in it?
It's not in the game.
Damn. If I played Witcher, I would have that playing on my soundbar or my Alexa or whatever on loop in the background.
That's when I think your wife wouldn't like her husband.
No, she does like the song. She liked the show, so maybe she'll like.
Another one we have to go back and rewatch is because we talked about that shows we're gonna go back and rewatch. I think Witcher was one. I forget what else we had coming out, but we had a while to wait for Witcher now anyway. So
yeah, no. Witcher season 2 is it's gonna take a while. So I know I'm not mad at you. I wish I was playing Witcher. Let me talk about what my number 1 thing that I've been playing in quarantine. It's my number 1 because it's the most recent one. It's one I'm actively playing now. I finally bought the Final Fantasy VII remake. So
that's definitely one I know you would buy.
Yeah, and you know me. I always talk about Final Fantasy games and Final Fantasy VII. This remake, Bill, fuck me, man. It is so good. It just
okay. Would you say this remake is better? Well, it's just better all around than the Resident Evil remakes, or is it all on its own?
I feel like the job that they did with this remake is on par, if not slightly more impressive than what they did with Resident Evil remake. Resident Evil remake is fucking fantastic. That's not a knock to that. But that game was... They didn't really change the game that much. I mean, they did, they updated graphics, they updated like movement and stuff like that. Like it's a lot cleaner, nicer, fresher. The graphics are great. They changed little things in the stories. With the Final Fantasy VII remake, it's literally a brand new game, but it's so reminiscent that you still get the nostalgia while playing it. But it's not comparable. Also, with that said, that game is also 23 years old, so they've had plenty of time to update it. Resident Evil 2 is... Wow, actually, Resident Evil 2 might be around this.
I think that came out when I was 7 or 8?
That Resident Evil 2 might even be just as long. But the reason why I say I think Final Fantasy VII is a little... If you're comparing a remake to the original, Final Fantasy VII is a bigger jump from the original than what Resident Evil 2 is from the original. Resident Evil 2 remake is fantastic. They did a great job. Blew out of the way. I actually picked that as my game of the year for 2019. I think they did a phenomenal fucking job with it. With that said, what they did with Final Fantasy VII is just... It's awe-inspiring. I'm like, they really made a brand new game. Like, it's a brand new game. It's got the same hits, it's got the same points, same characters, same story beats. But, like, man, they really upped the ante, though. They really did.
That's why I keep asking, like, do you want remasters or remakes? But apparently people just want the remasters. So.
Remasters are fine. Remasters are fine because they're easy to do. Like, let's put it this way. If they put out a Mass Effect trilogy remaster for PlayStation right now, I'd buy it tomorrow. I buy it tomorrow, and I play it. Because you don't need to remake that game. The series isn't that old. It's like 10 years old. It's not that It's not that dated. But for classic games, like your Resident Evil games, like your Final Fantasy games, these remakes, man, they're knocking it out of the park. They're doing a damn good job, and I'm here for all of it. I haven't played Resident Evil 3 remake yet, which I can't wait to play. They've already announced that they're working on Code Veronica to be the next remake, which honestly will be the last one, I think, because Resident Evil 4 is not that old, and Resident Evil 4 is pretty these games, like the Resident Evil 1 remake, 2 remake, 3 remake, those games play like Resident Evil 4 already plays now anyway. So I don't really think they need to remake 4, but I'm here for 3. I want to play 3 eventually. I'll play it. I heard it's super short, so I'll get that, and then I want to play Code Veronica whenever they do that, and that'll be cool. So.
And apparently Nemesis is just a real asshole. So.
Yep,
Mr. X.
You're not safe in safe rooms. He can break into safe rooms, so you're not even safe in safe rooms. So
it's just a room.
Yeah, it's just a room. It's just there's nothing safe about it. It's a room with a save point in it. I think the worst part is like if you're not safe in safe rooms and he can break in it. Like, what if you like saved like right when you broke in it, and like every time you load that save, it's just Nemesis punching his way into the save.
I'm more than certain that has happened to people. I haven't seen that video yet.
So that was our top 3 games that we've been playing through quarantine. You guys hit us up. Let us know what games have been getting you through. I'm already jumping into before we get out of here. I want to talk about what are we looking forward to after quarantine, gaming wise and world wise. One, I'll say I'm looking forward to going back to work. I miss people. I work in a bar. I'm used to talking to people all the time and being in high contact with people, and I need that in my life. I miss all of those annoying customers and all the drinks I had to make. I need that back in my life to feel normal. But game wise, I'm really looking for The Last of Us. Really looking for the Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is what I'm like. That's what I'm holding out hope for. And I'm even looking forward to the shitty Avengers game. it looks shitty, but I don't care because it's got superheroes in it, so I'm going to play it. Bill, what are you looking forward to after this lockdown is over?
Well, you said you want to see people. I just like, I've had enough of people.
You're like, I'm good. Like, this lockdown's good. I don't have to talk to a lot of people. Let's just keep it that way.
I don't think you have any idea how much I loved my vacation. It was just me and Jordan. It was just so fucking relaxing. we'd wake up, do stuff around the house, then watch anime. It was just so nice. But no, I do miss going out because now we have the 2 dogs, so dog parks are being great.
Yeah.
Where ShopRite or Walmart aren't considered fucking patient zero sites.
Yeah. You have to wear a hazmat suit to go buy some Cheerios.
I mean, Christ, the one liquor store by me is like you can make 1 trip a day. And that's it. I just went, well, damn, this is real.
Oh wait, you go to Liquor Barn, right?
Yeah, they're the ones mask, gloves, and you can only make 1 trip a day.
Can you still pet the goats?
The goats kind of stay away now, and they kind of seem to stay more by the solar panels.
Are the goats social distancing from humans? They're like, yeah, fuck this. We don't want COVID. We're gonna move away.
I think it's kind of like that. Although the one day I saw someone petting the goats, I wanted to go. They said only dogs can catch it.
Yeah.
Jordan said that probably wasn't a good idea to scream out loud. Them and the peacock that's always behind my car whenever I leave there. You need to hear all this and just go, what kind of liquor store is he going to?
It's like, what liquor store is he go to a liquor store in the zoo? Like,
is he buying his crack packs from Joe Exotic?
Yeah, right. One thing I am looking forward to once quarantine is over is being able to see you, dude. I miss you.
I was going to say that as my number 1 too, because we stopped recording in January. And I think it was me, you, and Justin. And we're all hanging out. And we honestly just went, there's nothing really big coming. Like, fuck it. Like, we had your bachelor party and all that. We're like, oh yeah, we'll get back to recording. And then everything got shut down. We just went, this sucks.
See, like, dude, seriously. So, like, the last time me and Bill saw each other was my bachelor party, which was the weekend of the 14th. And that was the last time that any of us were out anywhere, because literally that was a Saturday. That Monday was when they locked down the nation. So the last time I was in a bar hanging out with my friends having a great time was, goddamn, my bachelor party was a day before the quarantine, like before the lockdown, and that's 2 months ago at this point. Like, and I'm over it, man. I miss my friends. I miss so the last time we recorded was January, and then I had the wedding coming up, so I had a lot of planning, and I was real stressed out, so we didn't record in between then and now. And now it's like, so, like, I took it so for granted. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, now I can't even see you and sit down and record, but I'm glad that we can do this.
Oh, yeah. I think just Jordan was just getting tired of my terrible jokes. Just went, can you just like do this with Reese? So you just shut up and stop bothering me.
He's like, can you please go talk to someone else other than me for 2 hours, please?
I think she got tired of just hearing my jokes. But no, yeah, I think our number 1 thing is we finally get to come and like celebrate you and Sarah, which it sucks. Even of course Jordan dropped off the care package for you.
Yeah.
From me. I think that was a day, like, I just needed a mental day off of work, but she was already going out, so I went, can you just, like, take this since you're already out there? And she apparently, like, waved at your doorbell, since we know you have the...
We got the camera, yeah.
But no, my main thing is I want to go and celebrate your wedding and actually be able to record and see you and Mom again and all that, and see Pesci and see...
Yeah.
Like, get back to our old recording days, but... This is what we gotta do for now.
There will be a return. Once we get through all this bullshit, we will definitely get back to recording the way that we did. We'll get back to the studio. We'll start getting some content out there. Even the guys that I was talking to, they had me on the show, Honestly Nerds. They still hit me up and were like, dude, I still want to do Gaming Buzz versus Honestly Nerds episode. Like they still ask about it. So like, we have so much stuff that we will be able to break into and be able to try and do and start doing. But we just like, I don't know. I will say it right now on the show, guys. Just like, listen to the reports and pay attention and don't be dicks. and, you know, don't spread this and make the city worse, because we all want to go back to normal life. And the only way we're going to get back to normal life is if everyone out there is actually doing their part and not being an asshole and, you know, spreading this virus. Because I miss Bill, and I want to see him, and I want to hug and stroke his great quarantine beard that he's been growing.
I noticed this just while recording. It looks a lot longer than usual. That's not something I've noticed yet.
That's healthy. I like it. I got nothing, man. My hair doesn't grow anywhere. Like, literally, this is what I haven't cut my hair in 2 fucking months, and this is what I look like.
No, I need a haircut because, God, it's just bad.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten Jordan to shave. I'm surprised you haven't gotten Jordan to shave your mohawk. I'm surprised you don't have this huge fucking mohawk at this point.
We've talked about it. If this keeps going any longer, that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Shit happens. This all can't go on much longer, honestly.
It can't be much longer. I'm hoping that by June, by the beginning of June, we start returning to some type of normalcy. Because it's getting nuts, man. I gotta see people. I gotta hug people. I'm a hugger. I like to see people and embrace them and wrap my arms around them, and I haven't been able to do that for 2 months now, and it's fucking. I feel my powers are slowly draining. That I can't do it.
We'll all get back to normal soon enough, sir.
Yes. But before we get out of here, I want to just grab a cup of beer and do a quick toast to everyone out there dealing with this shit. This goes out to you. We love you guys here at Gaming Buzz. We're gonna get through this together, and once we do, we're all gonna have one big goddamn quarantine lockdown party, and it's gonna be a fucking rager, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be super super soft. I can't wait. Bill, is there
cupcakes again?
Yeah, right. Bill, is there anything that you want to say to the crowd before we sign off?
Hey guys, we know this sucks, but if you have to stay home, stay home. You should have plenty of games. Just go on Game Pass, do all that.
You got games.
Stop being stupid. Wear your fucking mask. Dress up as Bane. Dress up as Jason. Dress up as Michael Myers. Who gives a fuck? It's your one time where Halloween is every day of the week.
See, and that's the type of fucking positive outlook to have.
I have a zombie mask. I'm gonna wear that tomorrow.
Guys, as always, you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, anywhere that you get your podcast from. You can find us. You can search Gaming Buzz. We're on Twitter at Gaming Buzz. We can go directly to our website, www.gamingbuzz.com, and you can also go to our Facebook page. Bill's still pumping out articles, and I try to drop in and share some memes and so that keep you guys laughing, keep you guys informed with what's going on in the video game and the nerd world. Guys, we love you. We miss you. I miss Bill. I know Bill misses me, or at least I hope Bill misses me.
I have no idea, sir.
But guys, thank you so much. I am Reese. This is Bill. Over here. Wait, hold on there. I gotta put it that way. There's Bill. Guys, we are Gaming Buzz. We love you guys, and please stay safe out there, and we will see you on the next episode after all this shit's over. Alrighty, guys? Thank you so much.
You
can find us online at gamingbuzz.com, Twitter at gamingbuzz, or facebook.com/gamingbuzz. Special thanks to a multitude of breweries and viewers like you. Living in a lie, never making the connection.